welcome back for the start of round 3. We have won the dice roll, we're going to play first, and this is our hand, and we are going to mulligan because we have no lands. Pretty unexciting. In this hand, we have 4 lands, and 2 spells we can cast, an Augur Bolus and Zori's Charms, and our opponent also mulligan, and we're not going to mulligan to 5. So we don't have any shock lands. Meant to say 6, but I didn't mulligan to 5. So we're just going to play a blue source tapped, a Glacial Fortress. We'll pass the turn back. One is a Drowned Catacomb, so it looks like he's probably Esper, or it could be the same deck we were playing. So we didn't draw a land, so we'll play a Sulphur Falls tapped. Well, it gives us access to both color mana next turn. Also, if you draw an untapped land, guaranteed 2 blue. And now we're just going to Thought Scour at the end of his turn. Isolate Chapel, so he is Esper. I haven't played this matchup yet. Seems okay, especially with him mulliganing. But our version is a little bit geared towards aggro, so it might be weaker. Alright, we drew an untapped land. Mountain, which makes all these lands come and play untapped. So go ahead and play that. We'll play our Augur. Oh, I forgot to see off the Foscar and Mill Sphinx Revelation and a Zori's Charm. Being a little laggy. Probably should restart it soon. There's our Augur. Okay, let's see if we hit anything. This will be great if we can undo our mulligan. Alright, we hit a Thought Scour, which is fine. We did put a Summon of the Legion on the bottom, which is actually one of our better cards in this matchup. Which is pretty unfortunate, but we drew a card off our Augur, which is always great, because we did miss a lot already. And we'll just pass the turn back, and we'll Thought Scour at the end of his turn. Alright, so no third land. Alright, so hopefully we can draw some threats to capitalize off this. Alright, we drew Dissipate. We'll just play this Clifftop Retreat. This way we have double white, and we have lots of red, and we have a double blue. Go ahead and attack for 1. We have milled a Counterflux and a Restoration Angel. Keep in mind for a Snapcaster later. It takes 1, and we'll pass the turn back. End of his turn, we're definitely selecting Zori's Charm. That's all it's really good for in this matchup. No third land still. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and draw a card. Drew a Glacial Fortress, which doesn't help us. We just need to draw action. And a Steam Vents. Player Steam Vents tapped and attack for 1. So our opponent is mana screwed, but we're mana flooded. So we need to draw an action quick, or else as soon as he draws lands, we're going to start falling behind. And I don't think this little Augur Bolos is going to get there. So drew Dissipate. That's a lot better than drawing a Searing Spear. So we can counter a Sphinx Revelation or Obsidat or even a Lingering Souls if needs be. Alright, he has 8 cards in hand. No land. Let's see what he discards. This is a pretty awkward. We got little ooh, Angel Serenity. That's spicy. This isn't normal Esper, to say the least. Alright, so we drew a Snapcaster, so I feel a lot more comfortable. So when we need to, we can Snapcaster Sphinx Revelation or Counterspell, but we have the Dissipate still. So this is some kind of Esper Reanimator, or he just goes all the way. Usually, Esper these days don't go to 7 drops, they just play 5 drops. Okay, Godless Shrine. Untap, let's see what he does. Liliana. Actually, I'm going to counter that. I don't want him to start gaining card advantage on us, and it's hard to kill. Or it can be. So we drew another land, and I'll attack for 1. So we can only Revelation for 2 right now. So it's like the Snapcaster is going to be countering a spell probably. So he's at 14. He has his 3rd land. 4th land. Ooh, he's on a roll. Okay. Liliana. I'm actually okay with it this time. I'm just going to draw 2 cards and attack. He might Edict me, and then I'm just going to play Snapcaster, draw 2 cards. Okay, each player discards 2, or each player discards a card. I'll discard Clifftop Retreat. Actually, probably better to discard Sulphur Falls. Hopefully it doesn't have an Umbrella Rights. That'd be pretty bad for us. I discard Snapcaster Mage. And I'm definitely going to play Snapcaster in his end step and draw 2 cards. Seems fine. Alright, player Snapcaster now. I was saying it's wrong to discard the Clifftop because we only have 2 white sources. So that might come back to haunt us because we have so many blue sources. Alright, okay. We're going to draw some cards now. Hopefully we can draw some action. Maybe in a burn spell, get rid of Liliana. Nope, just more lands. Holy cow. We drew more on Haunt, which is good, but we... So in the matchup, when one person's mana flooded, one person's mana screwed, the person who gets mana screwed usually comes out victorious, because the person who gets mana flooded just has no spells. But eventually, you'll draw lands, and then you can cast your spells. Now, I can only draw spells to get out of this. So I don't think he has Umbrella Rights. Let's see, he might. We'll discard our Mountain. Detention Sphere. Okay. So he's just... Maybe he's not Reanimator, maybe he is. I don't know. It's a very interesting list. You don't see lists like this. At least I don't that often. So we had 1 creature. We're going to get rid of it. I drew a Reckoner. So I'm going to go all in at Liliana just because I don't want to get blown up by a removal spell or Restoration Angel. And just worth just getting her off the table. And we'll play our Reckoner. Mtgo. I'm not too worried about like a Supreme Verdict. Actually, I'm just gonna play around that. Just no reason not to. We have 4 damage in play, and if he kills our guys, we can always just Moreland Haunt. And playing a Reckoner isn't going to help us if he gets back Angel. And might as well just play around the Wrath. Okay, discard Liliana, Galva's Shrine, and the Sphinx Revelation, or Supreme Verdict? Supreme Verdict. Okay, so he probably got another Wrath effect. That's all I can imagine him taking over a Wrath effect at this point. Yep. So I'm glad I didn't play my Reckoner there. And he drew a land to boot. Or maybe he just had it and just got a land that time. So we'll make a Spirit. So we're actually, he's down to 3 cards in hand. We drew a Harvest Pyre. Okay. We are in business. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can deal 9 damage to our Reckoner. I'm going to play it. Say go. Let's see what he does. So we're pretty close to killing him. If we get to hit him with both of our guys this turn, it's going to be pretty awesome. So we'll make a Spirit. Exile Snapcaster Mage. Play Augur first in case we draw like a counter spell. We can use it. You know, we only have 1 left in our deck. Ooh, a Searing Spear and Supreme. Definitely taking the Searing Spear. Supreme Verdict's pretty dead. We'll attack for 5. So he's at 8. So player Hall found. So he's actually dead, but I'll just wait. Play around like a counter spell or removal spell. No reason to just get blown out. Then again, I could be playing too conservatively again. So he has a land. I guess 7 mana. Unburial Rights. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll go for the kill now. Hopefully he doesn't have it dissipate. Move 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably should have kept the Searing Spear just in case. Syncopate for 1. I would like to play 1 mana, please. So we did have a counterspell. Just wasn't one that was relevant at this time. Okay, whew. So luckily we were able to draw action before he got out of the mana screw too well. And I'll go to our sideboard. So it is an Esper Reanimator deck. Gonna take out Searing Spear, Harvest Prior, Boros Reckoners. This is all not that good against him. Bring in Assemble Legion, Jace, Negate, Dispel, Detention Sphere, Purify the Grave. Clone's not the worst, but oh yeah, take out Reckoners, take out Supreme Verdict, and I think that's fine. So we're gonna way more controlling this time. We're gonna hopefully win off our either Summon the Legion or Jace Memory Adept. And our opponent is going first. Alright, so we have 2 cantrips, not gonna mulligan, Assemble Legion, a Think Twice, and 2 lands. So his hand seems very good. And drew Dispel. Player Hollow Fountain tap and pass the turn back. Try to play faster because my internet wasn't working that well. So we went down on time. So we drew a Steam Vents. We're gonna play our Sulfur Falls so we can start cycling our cards. Let's see if he has Liliana here. We'll go ahead and negate Lingering Souls. That's fine. So go ahead and think twice. So maybe we've been right to keep 1 Supreme Verdict in. And go ahead and play Steam Vents tap. Don't need to take damage. So we need to draw an Angel to block his spirits. Pretty quickly, actually. So we're going to 18 now. Flashback, okay. Let's draw a card. Another Steam Vents. Alright, we'll just play Steam Vents tapped. This way we'll Azorius Charm and Thought Scour ourselves. Let's say go. So actually has pretty clock on us. Lingering Souls is good against us if we can't counter it. I'm not right to counter 1 half of it. So no play, we'll just Thought Scour ourselves. Drew a land, we'll cycle Azorius Charm. Drew a Snapcaster Mage. Alright, so we'll play our Augur. We don't want to play Assembly X, we need to deal with these. Okay. Thought Scour, ship an Angel. Player Sulfur Falls and say go, so we can think twice or have 2 counter spells. Alright, so maybe we do need Supreme Verdicts. We're pretty weak against Spirit Tokens, as it appears to be. Alright, we'll draw a card. So our opponent's in great shape, we're pretty far behind. Alright, we drew a land. This is pretty bad. I'll go ahead and Thought Scour now. Dissipate. A little too late to the party. Mystic Foundry tapped. Attack for 1. So we draw a Sphinx Revelation pretty quickly. Say go. We're going to play Snapcaster in a turn and draw a card. Oh, we have too many cards in our hand. I guess we'll go ahead and discard a land. Drawing way too many cards. Okay. Yeah, so we do need Supreme Verdict. Okay, I'll go play Snapcaster Mage. And I'll flashback actually a Thought Scour so we can dig more because we have the second Snapcaster Mage in our hand. Drew a land. Drew an Augur. Play our Augur. So we're looking for Sphinx's Revelation. Found nothing. Okay, so we're gonna Snapcaster again. Player Hall found like next turn or end of this turn. Attack for 3. Mtgo. So yeah, I guess we do need Supreme Verdict. Yeah, Lingering Souls is a little bit of a problem. All our opponent is doing is just we could Snapcaster and Azorius Charm put it on top. That doesn't buy us a turn though. So I'm going ahead and Azorius Charm now. Go ahead and draw a card. Could use it for lifelink, but we're not racing too well. Ooh, I forgot about that. That's a pretty good draw. So we'll go ahead and play our Detention Sphere and get rid of his tokens. And we have some counter spells up. So that's a perfect draw. Just last. Alright, let's see what he does. He's going to Sphinx's Revelation. We're just going to dispel that. All in on Sphinx's Revelation? Oh, Syncopate. Okay, we'll just counter that with a Dispel. Still have a counter spell up. Get rid of his tokens. And now we're in good shape. He's going to have to Wrath pretty soon. Dissipate. I could play Augur and just leave up Negate, but if he has Angel Serenity, that's really bad for us. And we do have a... I forgot to mention, we milled to Purify the Grave. Okay, Supreme Verdict. Okay. Let's see what he has now. Liliana. We are going to negate that. I don't want to have to deal with that. We become a problem very easily. So we have enough to play. We could play Sphinx's Revelation, but I just want to play Assemble and leave open Dissipate mana. And this way we can Sphinx's Revelation next turn. And hopefully we're in okay shape. If he taps out for Angel, we'll just counter it. If he plays Lingering Souls, we'll counter it. And if he has counter back, we can Sphinx's Revelation our turn. See, I'm not too worried. I'm just worried about time mostly. It was, let's see. Okay, so no play from him. Alright, we get a token. Another Assemble Legion. I'm not going to play it this time. Attack. I'm just going to play... I'm not going to play anything. I'm just going to say go. So he's playing Sphinx's Revelation. So my options is to counter it or play my own. I'm actually just going to counter his. Because we're actually on a pretty good clock. And if he doesn't draw an answer, we can actually draw 2 cards now. That seems fine. While he's tapped out. It's not that impressive, but it does get us some life, gives us a little bit more cushion. Hopefully it doesn't have like an Angel Serenity here. We were out of counter spells anyway, so there's nothing we could really do. Looks like he does, okay. So hopefully this Augur can get us like an Azorius Charm. Or a Snapcaster, or we can just draw a Snapcaster Mage. So he's down 2 cards in hand. We get 2 tokens. We drew a Jace. Okay, I'll play Augur. True Dissipate. Okay. Play land. Play Jace +1. Hopefully draw a Azorius Charm. You know, only have one left in the deck. We'll mill ourselves because I don't want to mill anything good for him. Drew Sphinx's Revelation. Let's see if he blocks. Alright, so he goes to 7. We'll see if he attacks. He might not. That'd be pretty miraculous if he didn't. Attack us. Yep, okay, we're dead. So, those Lingering Souls kicked our butts. Let's see what we can do against that. I just want the Supreme Verdicts back in. I want 2 this time. Take on Augur. Jay seems good. Take out Thought Scour. Actually, I'll take out Assemble Legion. Actually, not. Sorry. Pretty undecisive there. Assemble's really good. And it can definitely win us the game. So I'll just keep it like this. We could put Clone in to clone his Angel, but that seems like the only target. Maybe Purify the Grave isn't that good, because he had some graveyard value. I think it's fine. I don't think it's worth bringing the Tormod's Crypt for, though. Excuse me. So we definitely need Supreme Verdict against him. Or else we're just treading water. That it definitely took way too much damage off the Lingering Souls. That should never have happened. But I think this is fine. We're going to be able to play this game, which will be a lot better. Hopefully we can just turn 5 Assemble Legion, and it'll be game from there. So it didn't only saw one, like a Syncopate from him both games. So I wonder if he even sideboarded in more counterspells. So we might be actually in a pretty good position if we just draw our counterspells. This is one of the scenarios where Rest in Peace will be better, I guess. Maybe I should play Rest in Peace because it works very well with Jace. You can just get rid of people's libraries very fast. Okay, so we have we have 3 lands, but only 1 blue. We have an Augur Bolas and a Snapcaster Mage and Dissipate. I'm not going to mulligan. I think this hand's okay. We're just going to draw a second blue. Our opponent did mulligan to 5 so far. It's a 4. Okay, so player Sacred Foundry tapped. That enables all of our other lands to come and play untapped. This is Water Grave. We'll play a Sulphur Falls. Go ahead and play Augur. Actually, I'd rather just Thought Scour ourselves because we have 2 Snapcaster Mages. I do want to draw a blue source. So his Isolate Chapel. So I wonder if he didn't mulligan a lot the first game, didn't he? So maybe he's pretty light on lands. Okay, drew milled Supreme Verdict and Sphinx's Revelation. Alright, we drew an Azorius Charm and a Negate, so we'll just play Clifftop and pass. So now that we have Counterspell up, I'm feeling very confident. Go ahead and negate that. I just can't deal with that. I really wish I was a Dissipate, but can't have everything. Alright, drew Plains. We can actually, we can't Snapcaster Negate. I really wish we could. We're just going to Snapcaster Azorius, or just Azorius Charm in the turn, looks like. Okay. Just played a land, and I'll go ahead and draw a card. Drew a Sacred Foundry, so no second blue yet. Player Sacred Foundry tapped. And play Augur. Let's see if we can just draw a spell. Oop, there goes 2 blue sources. So this game might be, unless we draw another blue pretty quickly, we're going to be in pretty bad shape. We can't like Snapcaster anything. He can resolve all his spells. He's doing pretty good for Mold of 3, or Mold of 4. Okay, so his odds are down now, so we're in pretty bad shape. We really, okay, drew a blue. Whew. So now we can Snapcaster. Oh, I should have attacked there. Now we can Snapcaster, put the Obstat back on his deck, and then we can Thought Scour or counter it. Or he's just not going to do anything. Ooh, that's pretty bad. How do we deal with that if he doesn't attack? So I'm going to take 2. I'm going to Snapcaster, draw a card. So we're in pretty bad shape, actually. His Model 4 is beating us up pretty bad. I'm going ahead and do a Thought Scour here, so we can have the Azorius Charm in our graveyard. And then we can mill stuff for our other Snapcaster Mage. So we'll attack for 3. We drew a mountain that turn. Alright, so Obsidian is beating us up pretty badly here. Forbidden Alchemy, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. If we draw the blue, we can't Snapcaster a Sphinx's Revelation. It is looking pretty grim for our hero at this point. 2 angels. Is that a land? Is that a Drown Yard? A Drown Catacomb. Okay. So I'm actually going to place Azorius Charm on these guys back, so we don't have to deal with it. Go to 7. So Obsidian has a pain, and we lost to Mana Screw this game pretty. We just didn't have the second blue source and we couldn't counter it, and that happens sometimes. Okay, Liliana, that's fine, can't do anything about that. I'll discard a counter spell. You discard a Snapcaster Mage. I really hope he attacks. I can't see him doing that, but we'll attack Liliana. Player Hallowed Fountain tapped. Actually, to be fair, we would have dissipated the Lingering Souls, I guess. So we're at 5, we're on a 4. Discard Counter Flux. Hopefully, hope he attacks this turn. Nope. I guess I'll just Snapcaster it away. Nothing much I can do. So we're pretty. I can't. We just need to like draw Runner Sphinx's Revelation. Let's get rid of his token. It's like the most ineffective way to get rid of Lingering Souls, to Azorius Charm half and negate the other half. So we're gonna kill Liliana. Attack Liliana. Attack Liliana. So we have 3 turns, draw Sphinx's Revelation. I'll leave up Sulfur Falls to bluff. And we'll say go. Does he have another Forbidden Alchemy? Or a Restoration Angel? Or a Sphinx's Revelation for 2? Okay. So this card's a problem for our deck if he doesn't attack. It's pretty bizarre. Okay. How do you know I didn't have anything? Okay. See what he does here. If you get Sorin. Okay. Still worry about that Obsidian more. Right, we drew Augur of Bolas. Let's see what it gets us. So it's definitely a weakness to this deck is Obsidian after it resolves. We'll grab the Thought Scour, see what we can draw. We milled Sphinx Revelation and a Thought Scour. Drew an Augur and play the Augur. Get a Purify the Grave. Pretty awkward, pretty useless. I'll just play our land and say go. So we have one more turn to draw Sphinx's Revelation, or else we have no chance. We're actually just at the opposite at. So that's pretty miserable. So at least he can never Umbrella Rights us. We got that covered. So another Vampire. Doesn't attack. Okay. And we draw Steam Vents. Alright, so that was the game. Us not having 2 blue really killed us. And it caused us not to be able to do a thing. And there's Sphinx's Revelation. So we've drawn 6 cards. But I don't know how we're probably still in really bad shape. Well, hopefully we can finish the tournament 3-1 in our last round. I'm happy how the deck's performing, and I'm just not playing it to the best of my ability, I don't think. But I'm still getting practice, and you're learning with me. So hopefully we can do better in round 4.